Good morning, welcome to Star Trail. We are in Naples, Florida. We've moved down from Central Florida down further south on the west coast of Florida. Today we're going to go kayaking. We're going to visit a sort of deserted island where we can shell, and it should be a very beautiful day.
We're renting kayaks over here from Naples Outfitters, was it, baby?
Yes.
Naples Outfitters.
Naples Adventure Outfitters.
Adventure Outfitters. So we're getting ride-in kayaks versus ride-on kayaks. We're switching it up. We wanted to do something a little bit different. We don't have a great way to carry all of our gear, so we wanted to make sure we had plenty of stable storage for our gear. There you go.
I like the other one better for getting in. Because you can just sit down in them, you know.
Yeah. Thought we'd change it up a little bit.
We've come too far.
Good?
Okay. I think so.
All right, I'm gonna get you out there, babe. Put your paddle on the ground on your left side. There we go. Nah, how about that? Yeah. This is beautiful. And we just started. All right, so we are in what is Dollar Bay, and there's a boating channel that runs right through the heart of it. So we're trying to get across the boating channel because they kind of throw a pretty rough wake for us. It's certainly not a no wake zone here. But we're gonna get across the side over to those mangroves, and then we'll have some nice calm water for us to keep heading south.
Glad we made it through that center channel. That was a little bit scary. The current was so bad. Oh my goodness.
It was rough between the wind, the current, and the boats. So these ride-in kayaks, I think they're a little harder to steer, or maybe it's just because the conditions here have been kind of rough. But it seemed like the ones we rented at Rainbow Springs that were ride-on, I could steer better.
Well, the current was a little different.
And the wind.
And the wind. We've been in a headwind and a against us current, whatever you call that, the whole way.
Yeah, it's like at least a cross current most of the way.
least.
Sometimes a head current, if you call it that.
I would prefer a current going our direction, but
Yep. All right, we're really getting close to this beach that we wanted to get to. You kind of paddle to it. It's really remote, and it gives us the Gulf Coast beach. So
yeah,
let's just get there. I'm tired. I want some water and some food.
okay.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Bailey, how you doing?
Tired.
I hear you. I'm tired too. Well, you're doing great. Every time Bailey starts to paddle, our horsepower picks up. But a lot of times she stops paddling, and then it's hard to steer. I'm not sure why, but the front of this boat is, without her paddling, it's hard for me to steer this kayak. So I'm not sure the reason why. Maybe because all our weight's really in the back. That could be. I don't know. This is just a new one to us. We haven't used this kind before, but oh, fish are jumping.
We're heading into the mangrove.
Let's do it. Yeah, as long as we don't turn right up here, it's going to take us right to our, I think they're called a pass. You know, we're used to mountain passes, but I think this is a pass. Whatever that means, in the nautical mangrove canal kayaking world, I don't know. This is our own private beach, baby. The Gulf is on the other side. Yeah. Now we're just going to turn right in here. You can see where high tide comes through. Side, Dad. Get yours up. Yes, mangrove tea.
So a couple years ago, a pretty good sized hurricane came through here, so you can kind of see the damage along the shoreline. A lot of the mangrove and things were lost during that storm.
I just found a conch shell.
Wow, a complete one.
Yeah.
Flip it over. Beautiful.
Thanks.
Along with that hurricane came a ton of shoreline erosion. You can see how far out it used to go, and now this island's kind of just washing away slowly.
So it's really nice that we have this entire beach all to ourselves. All the sand, all the water, everything, not a soul in sight. We'd like to come out here and camp sometime. So kayak camp, come out here to this island would be really nice. At some point we'd like to get all of our gear so we can kayak camp, obviously get some kayaks too. What else did you find, Bailey? No way. Wow, look. Those are beautiful. So get a whole bunch of gear so we can bring some sort of easy to prepare food that we can cook, we can heat up, we can have water with us, and get some kayaks that we can use, because we really enjoy the kayaking. We love that it's cardio and upper body exercise. So man, we can't wait to be able to do all of that stuff for real. This is Kayaking Island. It is just south of Naples, and it's a cool place you can come kayak to. You can camp on it. You got to come by boat or by kayak. There's no way to drive here or hike here. This is a spot that my buddy Brian told me about and said, hey, you guys got to check out Kayaking Island. You guys are going to love it. He lives in the area. So thank you, Brian. You were right. This place is amazing. There are endless shells out here. We've walked probably at least, I think we're heading north, probably for at least a mile from where we came in at. And we're just finding shell after shell. I mean, it's just not hundreds, not thousands, just millions of shells. And it makes me, here you go, Bailey.
Thank you.
Yep. And it just makes me think, out in that Gulf of Mexico, how much marine life is there to every day put millions of shells up along this coastline? It's just super cool. It blows my mind. There's a problem with full-time travel not having a home to go back to, and that problem is when you go out and get a ton of shells at the beach, where do you put them? All right, so rain is on the way. Oh, step on stuff.
Oh!
Did you really hit your foot?
Oh, I did.
Ouch.
I was looking for shells and not for stumps.
All right, rain is on the way.
Yes.
That, flip it around over there.
It has been the story of our life for the past 3 weeks.
That has been the theme of Florida.
Yeah.
It's always rain is on the way or it's just raining. So, we're gonna hop back in the kayaks.
Yeah, hopefully we missed the lightning because there's thunder over there.
All right, rain has come in pretty hard. Bailey, only paddle on the right side. There you go, you might get us. Only paddle on the right side. Current's pushing us. All right, let me see. All right, rain has set in. Sorry about the picture quality. It is what it is. The wind is behind us, it's to our back, and we are pretty much flying right now. Riding the tide is also working for us as well, so the current of the waves is pushing us north, and the wind is pushing us north. The There was a pretty hard rain there for a while. Natalie got in the water before us. She's way up in front of us. But we might be gaining on her now. You can see that storm head over there. That's to our northwest. Back southeast, we got more storm. Looks like kind of two small systems collided. Had a couple close lightning strikes, got out of the water. Just don't want to be out in the water if the strikes are close. So we're going to try to hunker down here on the beach. We were flying, but we got to sit this out for a little bit. So we're going to sit here, sitting really low. We're about the lowest thing on the beach now. Thankfully, there's a couple of trees that are near us. And I don't know what to really do out here. We're just like right out in the open. Hopefully get a clearing here soon and we can get back on the kayak and get out of here. Man, guys, we have had some seriously close strikes. We're moving south down the beach. We left our kayaks up north. We're trying to get to the backside of this storm. You know, we know Florida weather enough that typically the lightning's on the front side of a storm. Man, like make the hair stand up on your arms right before the strike, so you know they were like right on us. There was no pause, there was no delay. It was just lightning and the crash. We just need this storm to get past us. All right, we just had another big strike, but it was about a 1.5 to 2 second delay. So I think the storm's north of us now. I'll tell you what, this is seriously scary. It's all right, babe. It's all right. It's moving past us. But yeah, we just hightailed it south down the beach just to get away from that. Oh man.
I wish I could see.
No, we don't. Natalie's phone, which has a good app on it for looking at radar, is way up in her kayak, and my phone, I don't have much in the way of a good storm or weather radar, so kind of in the blind right now.
We had a strike out into the water just maybe 5 minutes ago, and it was pretty quick thunder, so maybe it was a half a mile, but that's been a little while. So you think give it 15-20 minutes and then go? I just don't want to see it. I just don't want another bad cell to come up behind it, because there's nowhere to hide out here, you know. Okay.
Natalie's on the phone with Naples Outfitters, seeing if they can check the radar, give us some advice on how to get back safely and when we should start paddling again versus how long we should stay here, but we're kind of staying put for a while.
I don't. No. Yeah, it's definitely out of the east. The south, that's why we were running south, just trying to get as far away from the lightning as possible, because it was on top of us for a little while. We've just been trying to sit in the sand, away from the trees and the water. I don't know what to do. I mean, it does look better. It's not quite as black as it was.
So that's north of us. You can see that storm is right there, all the way wrapping around due east of us.
Let's push north.
Due west of us, right behind Natalie, it looks really good.
Yeah, I see it. You can see it.
The southwest, it looks good, but then due south and a little bit southeast, it's still dark over there. We need those skies to get close to us. I just can't tell what direction it's all moving.
They have been trying to call us to tell us.
They've been trying to call us? To let us know? Oh. All right, so sit tight, 15 minutes.
According to the radar, we shouldn't be getting any worse.
All right, it's been about 10 minutes. Down south, you can see we got a little bit of daylight, some light shining through in the sky down there. That's a really good sign. Heading all the way due west. Due west looks good, but up above is still, you can see up above we still have all of this cloud cover above us. And then take it all the way north. That's what we got to go through to get back. It's still hanging. It's not pushing away quite yet. So We're gonna sit tight. Natalie's looking at the radar right now. What do you see, baby?
It's pushing north, so, I think we'll be fine. Could eventually just stop raining even if we want to.
I hope. I mean, the clouds above us still got to clear. That daylight to the south, we need to come over us. But we'll see. I think that's still up there. It's going to move either north or northwest.
I haven't been scared like this in a long time.
Yeah. All right, so we are that blue dot right there. And you can see right now it's by 2:40 p.m. It looks like the storm is just about completely gone. I don't know, hopefully you guys can see that. All right, so baby. Hightailing it, right? We're getting out of here.
We are, before anything builds up. It's blue over that way, the direction we're heading.
Let's go.
We're not that far from where we turn anything.
All right, let's go. We're gonna go super fast. Let's stay together though, okay?
I'll try.
You're way faster than Bailey and I, but let's just stay together, baby.
Okay.
Okay, let's keep going, baby. Let's just get us moving again. I got us. All right, so you can see the storm is way in front of us now. We got some clear skies around, a little bit of dark clouds still overhead, but no rain. Haven't heard any close lightning for a good while now. So I think we're in the clear to make it back to the marina. It looks like there's another storm way south of us, but it's probably at least a good 90 minutes away. So we should be able to make it back to the marina before that becomes any kind of a concern for us. So in all the rain and waves and everything, we've taken on a lot of water, and I don't think the drains on this thing, if it has any, I don't think they're working. It seems like it does not have drains. So Bailey's been our manual bilge pump using some of her shell collection to try to get some of this water out of here, because we're just carrying so much weight now, way more than we had on the way out. Tell you what, guys, it's been a rough way back.
Well, we made it and didn't die.
Oh, that was brutal. Brutal.
I'm so glad to be back.
Me too. We had so much water in this kayak. Bailey must have dumped out at least 2 gallons. Oh, Barbara shot.
Yeah.
This makes Rainbow Springs look so easy. This is brutal. And then of course running from lightning. That was rough.
Never done that before.
Don't want to do that again. No, before lightning comes again. Let's get moving, y'all. I'll tell you what, we came up and Natalie says, "I see the fun finder." It was like the cheer of "we're gonna make it," and there it is right over there behind Bailey.
Today we are at Naples Beach on the west coast of Florida, and it is a drastic difference between the Gulf and the Atlantic in Florida. You know, we were just over in Cocoa Beach surfing, and here it's so calm and peaceful. You can just float around and relax. We actually just saw a dolphin back there. It's a really beautiful day.
So this trip in Florida has been completely unplanned, unrehearsed, on everything. But we did decide that we need more days like this.
Yes.
This one is a good one.
Especially when the Hummer's stressing us out.
Oh, guys. Okay, here's the latest. I'll give you an update on the Hummer. You want to stress us out and ruin our beach? Here we go. So, we've been overheating. Like, a lot overheating. The engine, the transmission, everything's been overheating. So we're trying to solve all of that. We switched out our radiator. We had that entropy radiator, which is probably a really good radiator in some application. For ours with the supercharger, can't handle it. The fans they have on there, the radiator combined, it's a single pass radiator. So now we're switching over to a dual pass radiator. It's thicker, and then we bought a radiator fan that goes on an LS Camaro. And it doesn't fit. There's no way to make it fit. It's just too thick. And that thing pulls some serious air, but it doesn't fit for our application. So we're going to use the entropy fans on our dual pass aluminum radiator, and hopefully the dual pass way outperforms the single pass entropy radiator. And we're putting on a 160-degree thermostat. If we have to, we're going to fabricate. Randy at Psycher Fabrication is going to fabricate a separate inline radiator cooler to supplement the big radiator, just as a heat sink to pull more heat out of there, because we were running 235, 240, and we got to do something. We got to get down to like 200 or 210. That's where we need to be. So we're stressing. Transmission cooler, we're working on changing the angle of our transmission cooler. And we'll go over all of this when we're in person back in Colorado, but we're not going back to Colorado until our Hummer's working.
Yes.
That's it. We're staying in Florida in my mom's RV until the Hummer's working. So the transmission cooler, we're changing the angle to get better airflow, to move it a little further away from the muffler, creating more of a heat barrier there. We're adding an inline heat sink, one of those cylinder type transmission coolers. We're adding that to the line as well. We're doing everything we can. If that doesn't work, we're going to be ripping out the auxiliary fuel tank. We're going to put the transmission cooler in the back underneath, where it won't be near any exhaust or anything. Oh, what an ordeal.
No. I found a good one. Ooh, this one.
So beach day, rained out. It came in, it built up really fast. It's got lightning in it. So we're gonna hop back in the Fun Finder and we're gonna head back to camp. Hopefully it's not raining back at camp and we can make an awesome dinner over fire. It has been our goal. Well, it seems like we're always either fighting weather or mosquitoes. Fun Finders, activate.
You do the parking room?
It's not on. Have mercy. The weather's gotten insane. A whole lot of thunder, lightning, crazy rain. Take a look at that.
We're on the interstate right now doing about 30 miles an hour. You really can't see very far up the road. A lot of people have pulled off, but I don't think that's actually necessary. So hopefully we get back and it's dried up so we can actually cook tonight.
But it ain't gonna stop the fun finder. No, sir.
We just got back to camp. It's just a little bit of a sprinkle right now. It looks like it might clear up, but I'm not completely sure. It could like rain again. You never know here in Florida because storms just build and build. They don't necessarily come, you know, straight out. But we're getting backed in now. Hopefully Jeff can see me. I really hope we can cook outside tonight. Though everything is really wet. But if not, if it rains again, then we'll cook inside. And so we'll see how it goes. I don't know, it's still thundering, we'll see.
Well, the rain's not letting up any. Natalie and Bailey are gonna grab showers inside the fun finder. That's what we call it. My parents, they had a name for it. Forget what that name is. All their RVs they've ever had, they've always had names for them. And I forget the name for that one. So we have dubbed it the fun finder. Natalie and Bailey are getting showers. I'm running to the bathhouse to get a shower. The rain, it's not clearing up. We got another like 3 hours of rain at least. So we're gonna have to do our cooking inside. Not exactly what we wanted to do, but the weather dictates. You gotta do what you gotta do. By the way, at the Collier Seminole State Park right here, the bathhouses are typical state park bathhouses in that they're very simplistic, but you do have warm showers, you got all the flushing toilets and all that good stuff. And here they do a really good job at keeping them clean. Most state parks do a really good job at keeping things clean, but here I would say it's an extra special job that they do. All right, I feel a whole lot better. Weather hasn't changed any. Still raining, it's more of a drizzle now than a full-on downpour. A couple things about this campground. It's pretty basic. There's not a lot to do here. You can rent kayaks. It's a real long, like you got to go through a couple miles of mangrove tunnel before you get out to any open water. But if you just want to paddle around the mangrove tunnels, that's pretty cool to do. We've done that on airboats. And let's see what else. There's no hiking trails really to speak of. There's a couple nature walks. They're pretty basic. Another thing to keep in mind, the mosquitoes, at least in the summer. We're here, this is just turned September, maybe 1st or 2nd. The mosquitoes are amazing. They're impressive. As soon as the sun goes down, they're terrible. And even now, they're not great because it's all overcast and raining. So, I don't know, pretty rough.
We are all showered, back from the beach. The weather is not cooperating at all, so we are gonna cook inside. We're kind of in cramped quarters because yesterday the slide started acting up and we had a really hard time getting it in. So we didn't really want to chance it again, so we haven't put it out, so it's kind of tight in here. But it's okay, we're gonna make some dinner. I'm gonna kind of be improvising with dinner because I have planned on making chicken kebabs. Can't do that inside, so I'm gonna make a creamy chicken something. I don't know, we'll see. Mushrooms right now. I'm going to cook everything kind of in batches because I only have one pretty small cast iron skillet. So I'm going to cook it in batches and then put it all back together and make the sauce to go on top.
So sorry that it's really noisy, but it's raining really hard. But we got the windows open because it's so nice outside now. This whole Florida trip, it's been incredibly hot. And we've been running the AC, but now it's nice not to have to run the AC. And we get to do something we're a little more used to camping without air conditioning.
While the mushrooms are cooking, I'm going to cut up this broccoli so it's ready to go in as soon as that comes out. The mushrooms are done, so I'm going to take them out, put them in a bowl, and start on the broccoli. Now I'm going to cut up this chicken into bite-sized pieces. The broccoli is steaming in some water, softening up, and then I'll switch the two. Now I'm going to get this chicken in, start browning that. Probably going to do that in batches also. I have cooked all the different parts to this dish. The chicken, the mushrooms, the broccoli. Now I'm going to start working on the sauce. And I'm going to grate up some sharp cheddar cheese first to go with it, and then I'll start assembling everything in the pan and toss it all together. So the first thing I'm going to do is put some butter in the bottom of this pan, a couple tablespoons, and let that melt. And to that I'm going to add in some cream cheese. I've got the cream cheese and butter melted together, and now I'm going to add some milk. And one cool thing about Florida is you can buy raw milk. Now, you know, they have to put on there it's only for animal consumption, but clearly we're going to drink it.
When we lived in Colorado, we were part of a cow share, kind of like a farm share, but you're paying partial ownership, kind of like you do a timeshare, like a timeshare for a vacation home. Well, it's a cow share. And then you have the rights by the state of law, the laws of Colorado, to then get raw milk from that cow. And I'll tell you, the difference between raw milk and then store-bought pasteurized milk is night and day. The nutritional value is huge, and it just tastes way better.
The sauce is kind of coming together. It's starting to thicken up a little bit. I found this, have this lemon, butter, garlic seasoning that I'm going to add in. And now I'm going to start adding in the cheese that I grated up and get that melted into the sauce. Let's add in the mushrooms. I'm going to try to keep this juice that's formed in here out. I don't want to make our sauce watery. Alright, just putting the broccoli in on top of those mushrooms. Again, trying to keep any extra juice out. Alright, let's put the chicken in on top. Alright, so now I'm just going to mix it all up, and I think that's it. We're going to eat it. I think it's going to be really good. Is it good?
It's really good.
Yeah.
All right, we got some Mountain Valley sparkling water, our favorite sparkling water, and we're going to enjoy dinner. All right, it's not the most glamorous part of RVing, but you know, some people, they use gloves for this and they protect their hands. Not me, man. I want to feel it all. You got to get the full RV experience, and you can't do that wearing surgical gloves. All right, so we have had an awesome time on the southwest coast of Florida. It's been amazing. This is a part of the country we need to spend more time in. We're going to head now east across the Everglades, heading back to take the Fun Finder back to my mom. And then I have no idea what we're going to do next. I don't know if we're going to be back in this guy for some more travels. I don't know if we're heading back to Colorado and hopping in our Hummer. I have no idea what's happening with the Hummer other than some progress, but is it what we need done? I don't know. We're going to have to find out. So we'll see you next time as our story continues.